What's up, guys? We're back with another video. Today we're gonna be checking out these OG caps. I got some New York fat caps, some New York outlines, and some Rusto fats. Now these caps have been around for years, but they've been a little bit orphaned in the graffiti world because so many cans don't use these valves anymore. So we still carry them because there's still a lot of people that use them, but you know, they are definitely declining. But here's the deal. In a recent video, we covered these cans. As far as I know, they're one of the few domestic cans on the market these days that feature the old school valve. Now there are other dollar cans that do too, but let's get real. These are the best ones of the bunch. So we're gonna go ahead and check them out today. New York outline, Rusto fat, and the New York fat cap. See you guys in a second. Okay, let's go ahead and get started in no particular order. I got a New York fat cap right here. Let's go ahead and see how it sprays. This is about 5 to 6 inches. This is about 8 inches, and this is right up on there. So as you can see, you are gonna get a little bit of a flare with these cans with the New York fat cap. It's not gonna be quite as pronounced as the old Krylon cans, but you are gonna get a little bit of a flare characteristic with it. The nice thing about these is it's gonna be a nice universal cap for most people. So for me, it's actually an outline tip. I can use it for outlining, detail work and stuff like that because these cans are a little bit lower pressure. Let's go ahead and check out the New York outline. On this can, let's go ahead and see real quick. Okay, 5 to 6 inches, about 8 inches, and then right up on it. Let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so that's the New York outline. So as you can see, you're gonna get a little bit of a smaller spray, but it's not significantly much smaller because these cans have just such low pressure coming out of them. But you will be able to get that detail work you're looking for. Very nice, clean cap. If you're using these dollar cans, you're gonna really enjoy using it. You can get the little flares, or I'm sorry, the little fades. If you wanna fade around your stuff, which is nice. You can still get those clean lines and everything with the cap. A lot of fun to use. This will be great for rocking little characters if you're into that. Yeah, easy peasy, man. If you're into that kind of thing, you're gonna love this cap. Excellent choice. So very thin, very low pressure, nice cap. Let's go ahead and check out the Rusto fat. All right, sick, here's the Rusto fat right here. Now this will be a great stock tip for these, Home Depot. Definitely give us a call. This is gonna be a great cap for these cans. It puts out a lot of paint. So if you're trying to, really cover the wall, this is gonna be a great choice for you. It's actually faster spraying than the New York outline. Now the one thing is it won't be much fatter, but it's gonna put out a higher volume. So let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, the physical line is not gonna be much fatter than the New York, but you are seeing much more paint come out. So if I was doing a fill-in, I would probably use this Rusto fat over all the other caps. It's just gonna lay down so much paint. So why don't we do that real quick? We'll do a quick throwy, see how it sprays. I'm gonna use the Rusto and the New York together. We're not gonna use the New York outline because it's just gonna be too slow to do a fill-in with, but maybe we can use it on the outline. I don't know, we'll see what's up. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and do a throwy real quick. Up first is the Rusto. Yeah, this thing really lays down the paint so much better than the other caps. You can just see it right off the bat. It's just laying down a nice thick line. Not the fattest, but it does come out fast and very consistent. And if you're trying to fill in really quickly, this would definitely be the cap you want to use. Highly recommend the Rusto fat on these HDX cans. They're really cheap, they don't clog easy, and they definitely should go the business with you. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the New York fat cap. As expected, it's not going to be quite as fat, but that's okay. We're just playing around. It's a much softer spray. I don't think you're getting any less of a quick spray with it, but when it comes to filling, it's not gonna be quite as satisfying as the Rusto. You can tell the paint is laying down a lot thinner than the Rusto does, although it does paint very nice. It's very smooth, and if you gotta get in those tight corners like this, right? You're gonna have much better luck with the New York fat cap than you are with the Rusto. So controllability, I gotta say the New York, what was it called? The New York fat cap is gonna be the better choice. Dude, I've been using these caps for so many years. You think I'd know what they're called, right? Just for shits and giggles, let's go ahead and try out the New York outline. It's gonna be really slow, but I thought it would be funny to give it a shot here. All right, New York outline. Let's see what this boy does. Slow boy. Now, to give you guys an idea of how these types of sprays were mounted in consumer products, it'll give you a better understanding of how they work, okay? So the New York Fat Cap was mostly used on glass cleaners. So if you've ever used like Windex glass cleaner or Sprayway, the OG stuff, those have male cans now, but when they had female cans, they would use the New York Fat Cap. And if you think about how they spray, the way they atomize the spray, glass cleaner has a very soft and wide spray. So that's what the New York Fat Cap does, and it works really great with your spray paint. The Rusto Fat is often used on spray glues, like spray adhesives and things like that. So types of material that comes out very thick and fast, right? So that's what the Rusto Fat was designed for, spray adhesives, etc. The New York Outline was often used for like clear coats, like the Krylon clear coats. You can find these on those pretty often. The Krylon shortcuts, any type of small can where you needed to do like detail or finishing work, that's what the New York Outline was for. So that kind of gives you an idea of how they spray, right? Like a softer, thinner spray versus a very coarse fat spray versus a soft, feathery fat spray. Does that make sense, guys? I hope it does. I know I talk a lot, but I'm just trying to give you guys all the detail that you need so when you get out there, you know what you're doing, you know? It's a cold world out there. Sometimes I feel a little frosty myself. So anyways, let's go ahead and fill this in. Just want to give you the help that you need, guys. Okay, so as you can see, I did fill in with the New York Outline just fine, but it did take quite a bit to get that fill in there. The Rusto Fat definitely gave a more satisfying fill. It's much more full and consistent versus the New York Fat Cap. You see the line quality is better here, where you're still getting a little bit of tiger stripes, even though I thought I was filling it in pretty decent. The reason why is the feathering of the New York Fat Cap. It's a soft feathery spray, so the edges aren't going to be quite as hard. So if you overlap, you may get some push through. Okay, so that's good enough. Get these spots right here. So bottom line, if you want to do a throwaway with an HDX can, get yourself a Rusto Fat. If you're doing pieces and whatnot, you want to outline, get yourself a New York Outline. For all around use, get the New York Fat Cap, and it's definitely the best cap when it comes to outlining throwaways, or if you wanted to do like, I don't know, like some tags or something like that, the New York Fat Cap's really good for that. I don't have an outline color. Let me see if I got something kicking around here. All right, so I don't have anything domestic, so we'll use this flame can for the outline, and we're just doing the outline, so it's okay, guys. All right, this is FB106 Signal Yellow. Looks like a good color. Now the thing with these yellows is sometimes they don't go over the black completely, so I'm sometimes compelled to do another outline over it just so it's nice and thick. That's a personal preference thing. I've seen people just do single outlines with the yellows. I guess it depends on what you're doing. If I was hitting a freight, I would probably want to double it up a little bit because that stuff will fade in the sun. But bottom line, the New York Fat Cap is a great outline tip for throwaways. I think you guys will love it. You can mix the flame blues with these, no problem. The flame oranges will work. The Molotovs will work. Excellent stuff. So why don't we? All right, so let's go ahead and check out the Rusto Fat on a can of Rusto with a pink adapter. Honestly, I really like this as a stock tip on the Rusto. They really should have come out with these. Now, it's not going to spray the way it used to, and I thought about that, and we're going to introduce this later in the video, so just hang tight, guys. This cap is great. It's better than the stock tip. It's really smooth. You know, if you want to get those nice fadey lines and stuff like that, it's a great cap for the Rusto, but it's losing a lot of its pressure because of, well, the narrow urethra of this valve. It's a failed valve. I know a lot of you guys, you know, want to stick to it, but Rusto really screwed up putting this valve on the can. They had a lot of problems with it. Don't even get me started. But if they had native sitting Rusto Fats on their old valve, they would be awesome because that's really what made these cans shine. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna set this aside. You know what? Let's check out the New York Outline and the New York Fat Cap on this while we're at it. Why don't we do that? Let's do that. All right, so this is the New York Fat Cap on the Rusto can. Now again, you're losing a lot of pressure because of the narrow urethra. It's not gonna spray quite the same. But it's not bad. Let's check it out. It's gonna be a much softer spray than the Rusto Fat, but you are getting a little bit of a fatter spray. Let's check it out here. You know, you are getting a little bit of a flare, but because of the pressure loss, the edges are a little bit more feathery than it should be. Now, the cool thing about this is these used to not fit on Rustos. They would actually make your hand all wet. So you're actually able to use them now, which is cool, but the natively sitting Rusto Fat on an old school Rusto can, you can't beat it, guys. You can't beat it. And again, I got a surprise for you guys. in a second. Let's go ahead and move on to the New York outline on the Rusto can, because I know you guys want to see that as well too. This is a good combo, actually. Remember, these caps are very cheap, and unlike the New York Fat Cap, where the mold is broken, you can still get Rusto Fats in New York outlines. Those will still be around. For how long, I don't know, but at least for now, they're still available. Let's go ahead and check out the New York outline. Now, on video, it may look very similar to the New York Fat Cap, but it's actually spraying a lot softer, and I'm running out of room here. I think I'm gonna get off the camera here, but that's okay. You guys get the picture. Maybe I can go a little bit wider. Here we go. There we go. Maybe that's on camera. Anyways, let's take a look here. It's gonna be a lot cleaner than the Rusto or the New York Fat Cap. Look at that, how clean the lines are with this cap. This is actually a very nice all-around outline tip for your Rusto can. If you're doing pieces and stuff, I highly recommend getting the New York outline and some adapters. You guys are really gonna love it. In fact, let's paint something here really quick, and I'll introduce my wild card to you guys. All right, sick. Let's go ahead and check out the wild card. This is a can of Do It Best Premium Enamel. This can natively sits a Rusto Fat. Now, it's not gonna be exactly like the old school Rusto, but this is about as close as you're gonna get. Even better than the HDX. This is a 25% more free can. You can see right here, it's female. Mounts right in there, my boys. Mounts right in there. Look at this. Look at the line difference between the two here. Look at this. Just a nice thick line. Bro, you can really go to it with these cans. I think Osh Paint may have some female cans still. I'm not sure, I haven't been to Cali in a while. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cali bros. Let's go ahead and check it out real quick. Oh yeah, that is what a Rusto Fat should look like. Look at that, guys. This is the Do It Best paint, by the way. This is available at Do It Best hardware stores. I have not found a Do It Best in Western Washington. I think there's some on the peninsulas, but if you live in Cali and Oregon and a few other states, you guys should be able to find Do It Best paint. But this black enamel, for me, this is as close as I've seen to the old school Rusto with the Rusto Fat. It lays down nice and thick. It's a really good paint, actually. I'm actually pretty impressed with how it lays down. Oh my God. You know, one can, I'm using one can. And the thing is, I've done a few tags out of it before I brought it here. So it's actually more like, maybe not even a full 12-ounce can worth of paint. And I'm still getting excellent coverage out of this thing, man. It's really impressive. It's not skipping. You know, it's not doing that thing where it's like, tss, 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 you know what I mean? It just keeps going. Yeah, if you have access to these, get yourself some Rusto Fats. You're gonna love it, man. Excellent combo. Look at that. Oh, I love it. All right, so we're about to outline this with the white here. I got a New York outline on here. I think we'll do a white outline with a blue splash. Should look pretty good. Let's go ahead and test it. Did I just clog the cap? No, I clogged the can. This is what I'm talking about, Rusto. Oh shit, I think that almost hit me in the head. My blasé attitude is gonna get me hurt one of these days. I've had markers hit me in the head before, but not a can. Okay, all right, so we're not gonna outline it in white. We're gonna use a sail blue. It is what it is. Sometimes you get a clogged rusto can. It does happen. It would happen a lot less if they went back to female valves. The male valve is a hindrance. Okay, as you can see, it's going to have a very soft spray, but it's very controllable. I like using it. We'll have to just cut that back a little bit right there. Sorry, guys. I know it's not good enough for some people, but it'll work. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and start doing our outline. As you guys can see, it's a very soft spray with these cans. It's a little bit feathery with the Newark outline, but I kind of like it. It's that old school look, you know? All right, okay, so let me just cut this back here really quick just to kind of clean it up a little bit. People are, I don't do cutbacks. Yeah, you do. You outline your pieces. Honestly, it doesn't have to be done. It just depends on how anal retentive you are. You know, you can do a little bit of cutbacks and cleanup. Some people get really crazy about it. It's totally up to you what you want to do, guys. Remember, graffiti, you can take it anywhere. You can be a street artist, you can be a bomber, you can be a tagger, you can be a piecer, you can be a guy that does big productions, you can paint subway trains. You can do it all. You know what I mean? And I know somebody like, why'd you say street artist first? See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That type of prejudice that's in your brain that you need to shake out of your head right away, homies, because you know what? We all in this gang together. We all are. So, I know you don't like them. I like street artists. I have a lot of friends that are street artists. They didn't like me for about 5 years. But we friends again. You know what I mean? I don't hold grudges. And I don't think you guys should too. You know, if some street artist is doing a wall, that doesn't affect you. Has no effect on you whatsoever. Go out and paint. You know what I mean? Do your thing. Anyways, I don't know. The whole schism bothers me. It really bothers me a lot. And I know a lot of street artists don't respect graffiti. Like they think they do, but they don't. You know what I mean? But it's just up to us to teach them. You know what I mean? We got to teach them properly. But anyways, let's go ahead and start doing our outline. Let's see here. Oh wait, we're already doing the outline, homie. What am I saying? All right, don't try to hit yourself in the head that time. Okay, let's go ahead and start doing our 3D on here. And I'm just gonna do a little drop shadow 3D. In fact, let's just fill that in all together. I am so, for me, just fill the hole. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? Fill the hole. There we go. I think that's what this song is about, actually. You guys already see where I messed up, right? It's supposed to be a drop down. Sorry guys, I'm right next to a warehouse. You'll hear trucks and all kinds of stuff over here, so my apologies. We can't afford a soundstage yet, sorry. Let's see, I don't know if this is on camera, so I'll just do a quick little painting of this. It's kind of a weird angle for me, actually. All right, we'll get that. We'll get this little drop shadow down here. So I think that may be on camera, I'm not sure. I don't want to leave you guys hanging, you know what I mean? Okay, let me change the camera position real quick and we'll do the outer. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we were using the New York outline to do the sail blue. It's a great cap, but it will not fit on a European can. Neither will the Rusto Fat for that matter. So if you want to use any of these on a European paint, we have the New York Fat Cap Original right here, and we got a can of Flame Blue and Zinc Yellow, which is a very high coverage yellow, by the way. Definitely pick this up. We'll go ahead and do the outer with that. Should work pretty good. So guys, I know you guys think it's super easy, but it's not. I gotta watch my exposure. I do everything in manual. I don't use the automatic exposure, you know? So if the light changes, I'm not looking at the camera, you feel me? Feel me? Did I forget a 3D right here? I think I did, guys. I forgot a 3D right there. All right, as you guys can see, the New York fat cap on a European can is gonna give you a very nice clean line. It's actually I call this my outline tip when I'm using European paints, especially the low pressure stuff. It's just so controllable and so nice. Unfortunately, the mold is broken, so we're having to use some of these version 2 caps. They're not quite the same, I know they're not, but they're a very good substitute. And it's all you're gonna get in a couple years. Once these New York fat caps are gone, they're gone, unless somebody really rich saves them. How the heck did I forget this portion? Sorry about that, guys. I am a space case. There we go. There, that looks a little bit better. Just to kind of clean it up a little bit. All right, what else we got going on over here? Let's see over here. Oh, look at this. Let's fix that. There we go, much better. Let's just thicken up the overlaps. You don't have to do this step. I just like to thicken up my overlaps a little bit. I just think it gives it a little bit more depth. It's entirely up to you. Again, this is all very personal preference stuff, guys, so don't even sweat it. Okay, all right, there we go. Nice, okay, good enough. All right, let's move on to the next step, the Project Source paint. I found a couple cans of that. I wanna see how it sprays with these old school caps. Now, I know you're gonna think, oh, it's gonna spray like the HDX. Yes, it probably will, but we're gonna look at some other things too. So let's go do a throwy with it real quick. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, sick, let's go ahead and do a quick little throwy. We're gonna be using the Rustofats again. Overall, they're my favorite for doing throws. These would also make a great stock tip, Home Depot. Check those out, aren't those beautiful? Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh yeah. Now when it comes to OG caps, this is definitely gonna go the distance, man. I will tell you this right away, this is the gloss, and it doesn't cover as good as the flat. I can tell already. It is gonna be better than, you know, for example, the Quick Color or the Walmart Color Flakes. Definitely doing a better job than those, but nevertheless, it's not gonna cover quite as good as the flat black. Now that's not a constant, that's not always. Some brands, the glosses look better than the flats. And I know some people will disagree with me, but take a look at the iron lac, the gloss black iron lac versus the flat black. I think the gloss is a much better paint, personally. You know, again, that's my personal opinion. Everyone has their own opinion. But yeah, it lays down nice. Still prefer the flat. Come on, baby, get that ball spinning. You hear that ball spinning in there? Woo! That means you're moving quick. Okay. All right, so that's all gloss black, guys. Oh, I don't need to take a cap off. I got an extra one right here. Hell yeah, boy. All right, let's go ahead and rock some flat on the X. Oh yeah, much thicker. Now, if you're not used to these cans, I will tell you right off the bat, the valves on these things are rough. It's just an on-off switch, basically. You can feather it a little bit, but not really, man. It's either on or off. Kind of like me. All right, get her filled in right there. Nice. Did I make that a little bit bigger? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, so definitely. If you can't do a throwy with these caps, then you might as well just hang up the cans, guys. This will do everything you need it to do. Although I am running out of black on this can, so let's see here. Let me see if I got another can. So what did I do? I did a couple cap tests. We did that other throwy, and I'm finally starting to run out of that can of flat black. That should give you an idea. This can's a little bit more full, and I'm getting a fatter spray. I have noticed that with these HDX cans. Sometimes when I'm using them, as you use them, they start, you know, the cans will lose pressure, that's normal, but it's a precipitous drop with the HDX cans. You'll start to see the pressure drop significantly as you get about halfway through, and it's just not gonna spray as fat as it did before. But that's okay. We're just having fun testing these cans. Oh, did I just spray gloss over that? Oh well, whatever. All right. We'll get that filled in right there. You know, as you're watching this, you should see that, you know, this cap has a lot of uses, you know. Maybe you work in the marine industry, right? And you need to cover areas with an oil-based paint really quickly so it doesn't rust. This is gonna be an excellent cap for you. In the aviation industry, if you gotta apply like a sealant or some type of adhesive or something like that, this cap will definitely work for you in that aspect as well. You know, we got a lot of different customers here at AP, not just the graffiti writers. You know, we sell to major airplane manufacturers, companies that make all kinds of crazy stuff, man. You wouldn't believe it. And they watch my videos. All right, let's get her filled in right there. Oh, I think this can is about dusted, boys. Let's just run it to the end. Let's see how far we get. Wow, look at that. One thing I've noticed about these HDX cans is you get a lot of economy out of it, even though they don't have a lot of paint. Like when you're getting towards the end of the can, they still keep pushing it out. So kudos to them on that. Look, as the gloss dries, it starts to show its weakness, right? You see it right there, guys? The gloss paints often do that. Just try to go over it again. Put a nice thick coat over it. Call it a day. Okay, let's go ahead and get an outline color, homies. All right, sick, let's go ahead and start rocking the outline. I got some Project Source here. Now, I'm pretty sure it's the same paint as the HDX paint. We're not 100%, but I'm 99%. Now, this color is Aqua Brilliante. I've had some issues with Aqua Brilliante in the past. We may have issues again. We'll find out. We'll see what it does. Yep, issues. We're just gonna keep spraying with it regardless. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's just, I've shaken the hell out of it and all it's coming out is just like pure pigment. And see, it's changing colors right here. It doesn't know what color it wants to be. Yeah. Same problem as before. Okay, so this thing comes out in like 2 to 3 different shades of teal. I don't know why. It'll come out light, it'll come out dark, it'll come out medium. Sometimes it pushes out pure pigment. Sometimes it's all resin. It's a strange can. Let's try it again. Can you guys see the color difference? It may not show up in video, but I can clearly see it. It just does not want to come out evenly. See, it's coming out lighter right there. There's something wrong with this can, unfortunately. So I could not, in good faith, recommend Project Source. I've had this issue with them numerous times. I don't know what the problem is. I have not had that issue with the HDX cans, not once. Even though they look like they're from the same factory, I have a feeling that Lowe's doesn't really keep a steady watch over their production, but Home Depot does. Or maybe they have better follow-up. I don't know. Either way, I'd get the HDX over this any day. Now it's a dark blue. Yeah, It's coming out all kinds of colors. Yeah, I think I'd get a painter's touch before this if I wanted a funky color, because it's just not coming out. Look at this. It's like dark teal, light teal, pure pigment coming out right here. It's like a light color, then a dark color. It sprays fat, it doesn't spray fat. I don't know what the deal is. Now, the Rusto Fat will work great on it. It's a great cap, but this is booty. I don't know what's going on with these cans. Anyways, okay, so that's a quick little demo of the OG caps, the New York Outline, the New York Fat Cap, and the Rusto Fat, one of my favorites right here. I've had a lot of fun with these, and I'm very happy that I can use these on the HDX cans. You know, it doesn't spray quite the same as it did on old Krylon, but it's close enough, and I'm happy that we can use these again as an all-arounder. Really great stuff. We definitely might want to check out some piecing videos like behind us here. You know, just see how they spray, what they do. We got all summer, my friends. If you want to see something else, definitely let me know. Anyways, hit us up 206-365-4083, 206-365-4083. We got more videos on deck. I'm trying to do a lot of reviews this summer. I know a lot of you guys are asking for black books and things like that, but the weather's nice. Let's get outside and paint, my boys. Let's get outside. I hope you guys are doing the same. Thank you very much. Comment below, like, do all that good stuff, and I'll catch you next time around for the piecing video. Thank you very much, guys.